Let's talk about 7 reasons why you shouldn't follow fashion trends and a few reasons why we already do. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Kura, and I believe that when you feel good, you look good. So in this channel, I show you how to take luxury and affordable fashion and use them as tools to help you feel and look your best. So if you watched my last video, you know that there are tons of trends that are trending for fall. I didn't even cover, most of them, to be honest, but there are so many things that are on trend. So before we actually get into the reasons why we shouldn't follow trends, I feel like it's important for me to distinguish the difference between a fad and a trend. A lot of times when people watch trend videos, they leave comments suggesting that they don't follow trends and they wear whatever they want. They also make comments like, yeah, I don't really participate in trends, and they totally remove themselves from being part of the trendy crowd. So the fact of the matter is, whether we realize it or not, we all participate in trends. So let me just define what a trend is and what a fad is. A fad is a short-lived moment in fashion where everyone is kind of doing the same thing, right? Examples of this would be when people were, I think it was 2019, people were tying their shoes around their pants. That was a fad. In the 2010, around that time, when people were wearing flower crowns, that was also a fad. And when people were wearing those tiny glasses in 2017, also a fad. It came into fashion and then it went right back out. It wasn't around for that long. Now, a trend is something within this fashion space that everyone wears, but goes on for season after season. Now, it might not be the same trend every season, but it goes on for season after season. For example, skinny jeans. There's a big uproar about skinny jeans right now because they were on trend, right, for so long. Now, people don't want to give up their skinny jeans. So skinny jeans came into effect, I don't know how many years ago, it's been a while, but they have been on trend for season after season after season, as opposed to something like the flower crown, or when people were, everyone was dyeing their hair gray. So there is a difference between a fad and a trend. And like I said, whether you believe it or not, we all participate in trends. Even if what you're wearing is not the trend that's at the forefront of fashion right now, you are still participating in a trend that was conjured up by the fashion folks, right? So trends are not that scary when you think about the difference between a fad and a trend. If you are wearing a wool coat, or if you are wearing a pea coat, or if you're wearing knee-high boots, you are participating in a trend. Now, there's a difference between fad, trend, and classic pieces. Classic pieces like your button-up white shirt, your black slack, those are used as an anchor with your fads and with your trends. Right, so now that we know the difference between a fad, a trend, and classic pieces, let me tell you 7 reasons why it's important not to follow trends. The first reason why it's important not to follow trends is if they don't go with your style. I have seen several trends that I am attracted to and that I love that look amazing on other people, but just doesn't fit into my style. And you guys know I tell you to experiment, and I've experimented. Sometimes I can find an alternative to the trend, and sometimes I just have to skip the trend altogether. For example, combat boots. Combat boots have been on trend for a while in different shapes. Right now it's a lug sole. It goes back and forth. Other times it was really a biker chic kind of combat boot. And every time I see it, I really try to make it fit into my style, even though naturally it really doesn't. So if you've been with me for a while, you know that my alternative to those combat boots were those Sam Edelman, they're still combat boots, but they're a little more sleek and a little more streamlined, which is what my style is. So I get to participate in that trend, but also really stay true to my own style. The second reason why you shouldn't follow trends is because you have a closet full of them, but no basics. Alright, so if you are like me, you get excited every year, whether it's summer, spring, summer, or fall, winter, about what's going to be in. And you like to see what the new things are and kind of add them into your wardrobe. The problem comes in when you don't have basics to pair with those new trends. So if you don't have a white t-shirt, if you don't have a white collar shirt, if you don't have black slacks, if you don't have black boots, if you don't have the basics to pair with these new trends, it's fair to say that you should stay away. Instead, what you should be doing is investing in your basics from good quality stores and brands in order to build your wardrobe, and then you can bring in your basics. A few stores that I really like to go to for basics, and I've mentioned Cos before, but Cos stores has some really kind of up-to-date, minimal, clean, kind of aesthetic right now looking basics that are great to add to your wardrobe. Also, at a different price point, Old Navy is a great place to go look for those types of things. Places like The Gap and Taylor, these are all good places to start when you're looking for basics. So if you don't have those basic things, forego the trends and get what you need first. The third reason why you shouldn't follow trends is that it doesn't fit your body type. Is how is your body shaped, right? It terrifies me that low-rise jeans are back and that some people are wearing them. I just cannot do it. When they came out the first time, it gave me a muffin top. I'm a grown-up this time. I can't have my wares showing, like my thong and everything. Like, it terrifies me that the low-rise jean is back. I'm terrified, okay? But it never really served me because of the way I'm shaped. In fact, I understand why some people don't want to give up their skinny jeans, because if you are, say, an apple shape or a pear shape, wide leg jeans or baggier jeans has the potential to make you look wider if not styled correctly. So I understand the hesitation of not wanting to get rid of your skinny jeans. There is a way though to not look wider or to look good in a different type of jean if you are shaped that way, but that's a different video. So I do understand the hesitation. If you are not well versed in styling your body type, but you found that, say, example, skinny jean works for you, you don't have to stray. You know, I would update your outfit in other ways, but if that's what makes you feel the most comfortable, it's not worth it to step out on that trend if you feel like you're gonna feel wider and if you really don't know how to style it. The next reason why you shouldn't follow trends is that you won't get wear out of it for the next few seasons. Okay, so I am struggling with this right now. As you guys know, one of the colors of this season and spring summer is this beautiful leprechaun green. And outside of this year, it's not a color that I gravitated towards. I think that sometimes when you see things over and over and over again, you start to really fall in love with it. It's like songs, right? Certain songs, the first time you hear it, you're like, this is horrible, but the more you hear it, right, the better it becomes. But I am absolutely in love with this color right now. The question is, will I be in love with this color next year, the year after, the year after? Now, it's okay in my head to get a few dresses, maybe some shirts in this color, but I was looking at, as I told you in my last video, this beautiful Mansur Gavriel clutch in that green color, and I really had to think about if I was going to wear it over and over again. Now, I'm not saying I'm not going to get it because it's still in the back it's still in the back of my mind, but I'm in the stage right now trying to contemplate if it's worth it or not. It is a drop dead gorgeous color right now, but will I love it in 2 or 3 seasons? So that green purse is something that I'm really thinking about. I look at it at least once a day. I think it's so beautiful. Anyway, like I'm doing, you should do the same. Think about if you would wear it season after season and if it will fit into your wardrobe. The next reason why you shouldn't follow trends is if it's the 3rd time around. Okay, I've heard this before. I don't know how much I believe this, if I'm being honest, because I'm not old enough to have lived through a 3rd cycle of a trend as of yet. But I also kind of feel like if I was and I liked the trend, I would still wear it, right? So trends like bell bottoms, for example, or platform shoes, which is on its 3rd cycle right now. People like my mom apparently shouldn't be wearing this. Now, this is a rule that kind of floats around, but I don't know how I feel about that, because I really feel like fashion is an expression, and though my style might not be your style, who cares if it's the 3rd time around? Does it make you feel good? Do you love it? There's also something to be said about a very distinguished, beautiful woman who is not on the fad, has a few trends, and kind of sticks to more classic pieces, if that makes sense. Now, that's probably how I would be, but that doesn't mean that's how everyone else has to be. So this rule is kind of but I did want to put it out there just to get you thinking, you know? The next reason why you shouldn't buy trends is if it's already in your closet. So I've said this before, you've heard other people say it before, that fashion goes in a circle. I am a person that saves a lot, and I also kind of throw away a lot, so I can't lie about that. But I'm a person that holds on to shoes particularly for quite a while. If I have something that was on trend 2-3 seasons ago, I definitely did not throw it away, but I don't need to rebuy it, right? So if I bought a pair of, I don't know, pointy-toe boots that was on trend 3 seasons ago, I don't need to buy another pair in that color, right? I already have that pair. I feel like we want newness, we want the new things, we want to refresh, but you don't always have to refresh if you already have it. You can refresh in another way. It's quite possible, because trends are longer and fads are shorter, that you already have a trend in your closet. So before you start shopping and buying all these things that I suggest in my other videos, look in your closet to see if you already have something that's similar or something that will kind of work for the trend for right now. And the last reason why you shouldn't follow trends is because your favorite fashion blogger is wearing it. Okay, so I follow all types of people, ages, color, races, different parts of the country, all types of people. And I follow them because there's something about them that I love. However, I don't buy everything I see on everybody because our styles are different, right? Think of whoever your favorite fashion blogger is, and then kind of think of a part of their outfit that you don't love, or an outfit that they wore one time that you were like, you don't have to buy it just because they said so. What I would suggest and what I do is to take little parts out of them, or if it's too expensive, because some of them have like Birkins that I'm not there yet, I would get something similar and make it work for me. You don't have to look like a carbon copy of your favorite influencer, your favorite blogger, or your favorite YouTuber. Anyway, you guys, that's it. There are so many trends out there, and people feel like they have to wear every single one of them, and you just don't. I also really think that it's important that you know the difference between a fad and a trend, and be able to distinguish between the two before you invest your money in them. So like I said, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, turn on the bell notifications, like, comment, and subscribe, share the video, and I will see you in my next video.